Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, at the risk of sounding woo-woo, sorry, I'm scratching all my mosquito bites. It's like crazy here. And I apologize, always kind of the same boring setting. I would love to take pictures outside, but honestly, it is just so hot and there are so many mosquitoes, and I find that I just get way too distracted. So even Puppy is locked outside for the moment, so there will be no dog fights behind me tonight. But I wanted to, like I said, at the risk of sounding woo-woo, I am going there. I'm going to talk about signs because I don't believe in coincidence. Just like I don't believe that there are any mistakes. I do believe that everything has its reason or everything is somehow destined to be happening. I believe very much in destiny. And I just wanted to share with you something that happened this morning. We woke up quite early, my son and I, because I had to take him to the hospital. He was getting operated on his ACL, which he tore when he was playing soccer in the States. So luckily everything seems to be okay. He's still in the hospital. He'll be home hopefully tomorrow if tonight goes well. But that's not the point. We got very early, so he had to, be without food since last night, basically, food or drink or anything. So I dropped him off at 7, and afterwards I thought, oh, it'd be really nice to go find a nice little coffee shop to have some breakfast and also do my writing. So this way I'm in peace. I don't have the puppy. I don't have all this other stuff going on. It's not hot and mosquito ridden like it is at home. And my idea was to find a beautiful little spot somewhere by the water. But I didn't know much about the area, and I thought, okay, let me just find a coffee shop and I'll go from there. And I tend to do this. I do tend to just go with feeling, and this has been something that's been taught to me recently. I mean, it's something I used to do naturally, but I think I'm getting back to it. And I looked on TripAdvisor. What was open at the time was only like 7 something, and what was close. And right away, just there were 3 options. And the first one, I was like, no, that's not it. It said wine bar or something. And I'm like, yeah, it's 7 in the morning. I'm looking for a nice little coffee shop. The other one was called Fondente, which right away I loved the name because it's Fondente is like dark chocolate, basically. The type of chocolate is Fondente. So, and I was looking at the pictures to understand if it has like a nice little spot or a view or something, and they didn't really look very appealing. And I was like, oh, all right. And I looked at the third one, and the third one was like, oh, it has like an enclosed terrace. That could be nice. And it's probably cool. So, but I don't know, it didn't convince me. And I was like, oh, let me just head home. And maybe if I, get an inkling to turn off the road, I will. So as I was driving, and now don't get on me for this, unfortunately, I was looking at my phone. I decided to, I was like, let me go back to TripAdvisor. Maybe I just really would love to have a coffee. And as I was doing that, I pulled up the second one, Fondente. And the only thing I saw was that it's in this town called Roncade. And as I lifted my eyes up, I was right in front of the Roncade exit. So I took the exit, got off, clicked to find the directions where I needed to go, and it led me into the center of town. And I saw that the main road was all blocked off because they were having market. So I was like, okay, let me just park around the corner and I'll walk. So this way I get to look at the market. And I was talking to my son about that I would love to buy a pair of sandals because I don't have the ones from last year anymore. And I said, oh, I'll look at the stuff there. Who knows? And I'm walking, and I actually took a wrong turn. And I kept walking, and I stumbled across this beautiful castle. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. But I realized I had to go back to get to the coffee shop. So I thought, oh, instead of going back on these streets, I'm going to cut across this little park that I see. And as I'm doing that, it catches my eye that there are these benches that are right onto this beautiful river with ducks and these bright blue dragonflies that were just dancing around everything. And I felt like I stepped into a fairy tale. It was absolutely stunning. And I thought, oh my God, this is just amazing. I was so excited. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to go have a coffee and then I'll come back to the spot and I'll do my writing here. And so I find a little place and I walk in, and it's so cute. Nothing like the pictures. And I didn't even really see it. My eyes went right to the brioche, right to the croissants that were waiting there. And so I ordered my coffee. I ordered this lovely orange croissant. And then I start looking around for a place to sit. And as I do that, I look at something I didn't even see when I walked in because I was like looking at the croissants. I had like a one-way mind. I had to get my coffee. And there was this beautiful little reading corner, these tiny little armchairs and right all by the windows. So they had like flowers and plants. And I thought, oh my God, this is perfect for my writing. And I could just, sip on my coffee and I could write and I could stay as long as I want because that's what they do here. And in fact, as I started writing after my breakfast, it was getting warm right away. And I was really glad that I hadn't gone out to the river to sit because after a while it probably would have been too warm. So she closed the windows and the air conditioning came. I finished my writing and I thought, what a perfect spot to go to the river though and do my meditation. And I did. And it was just like everything fell into place. And I said, interestingly enough, I'd kind of mapped it out how I would have liked it to be without specifics, without trying to make it happen. It unfolded in front of me. And I think this happens all the time. It's just that sometimes we're so busy trying to get somewhere or do something or fulfill obligations. In fact, the reason I wanted to go home, I was like, oh no, let me just go get some work done. Let me just have my coffee, do what I need to do, and then get to work. And then it'll be easier for me. When I stopped and said, no, I actually want to enjoy this moment, that's when everything unfolded. And that's when I saw it unfold too, because it could have unfolded, without me seeing it as well. If I was like too stuck in my head, if I didn't stop to take a film of the beautiful dragonflies. And I think take a good look at what we call coincidence, because, sometimes it's just, there's another mosquito. Sorry. Sometimes it's just the world laying out exactly what we were asking for. Maybe it doesn't look exactly the way that we thought it would, but if we look at the terms and the feeling that we wanted to obtain from that, sometimes that's exactly what we're getting. And when you think of a person that you haven't spoken to for 20 years and all of a sudden they call you, well, we call that coincidence because it sounds a little woo-woo to say that, oh my God, look at that. The world or the universe did it for me. Jean-Claude, buongiorno. Wonderful to see you. So anyway, this is my share today, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. When does coincidence show up for you in your life? How often do they happen? When are you aware of them? And how often is it, today we kind of call those things manifestation, don't we? But is it really us doing it, or is it something bigger than us actually giving us the opportunity to feel and to experience what we're looking to do? So that's it. I wish all of you a wonderful evening or morning or day, whatever you're tuning in from, and I'll catch you tomorrow night. Arrivederci, Jean-Claude.